Hey guys, this is Adam. I'm down in Salcombe and I've spent some time stealing Matt just to have a little bit of chat about where we are for 2025, where we were at the end of 2024, where we are for 2025, and the exciting things that are in the offing. So reluctantly, I've managed to get Matt on a chair in the unit down here in Salcombe, which is absolutely lovely. For those that haven't seen it, the slip at Batson is directly behind us. Strategically placed Brig Eagle 6.7 on the truck. How are you, mate?
Yeah, not too bad. Getting everything ready for the 2025 season. It's not looking bad so far. It's exciting, really. Southampton Boat Show 2024. Great show, great to see familiar faces, new customers with our Brig, Iron and Gala lineup at the show, and also our demonstrators down on the water. Really good. And then the boats come into stock within the new year, and now they're all being rigged. Customers calling saying, "Where's my new boat?" Which I don't blame them. Get those on the water in time. But it's exciting. We were at Dusseldorf in January. All of our European dealers, global dealers, seeing them there. Also seeing UK, Ireland, Europe faces there, which was fantastic.
It was really positive. I mean, Dusseldorf's it's a brilliant barometer for the start of the season.
It really is, yeah.
And it really had that energy and that kind of buzz. You could feel it throughout the show. And obviously being here now, the moorings are going back in. You know, people are getting ready to start the season. It feels like it is just about to start.
It soon comes round. I mean, we're even still thinking about Southampton 2025 already. Never stops at all. But yeah, moorings are going in. Customers are after their boats still on the water. So storage boats. We store boats for customers throughout the winter. We clean, we store. So those will be coming out of storage soon, straight back on the water. We've got our kind of UK shows coming up. We do a small amount of shows throughout the UK, Salcombe show, and then before you know it, Southampton Boat Show.
Yeah, well, let's not wish the season away too quickly, but that is, as you're getting an insight, that is Matt's day to day. You know, this never stops. This is a 12-month cycle that starts another 12-month cycle. And like you said, Dusseldorf was brilliant. I was in Helsinki for a little bit after that, so it was really good to see Brig and get that real European buzz, and same for the rest of the brands with Iron, Gala, and obviously the guys at UMS as well. Moving into this season, there's been a few things over Christmas that I'd like to pick your brains on. We've done a few big Brig Eagle 10 projects, which I think is super exciting. One of the things I see with, this boat behind us is a great example. Customers starting with one boat, and now 570. Moving into an Eagle 6.7, stepping into an Eagle 8, and now we're seeing people stepping into the Eagle 10. Tell us about some of those projects.
It's interesting. I mean, Brig, as everyone will know, is a known. It's kind of realistically the best leisure boat on the market. Yes, we've got Navigator now. We launched at Southampton last year, which is an adventure, go places fishing boat. But a lot of people who stick with Brig stay with Brig. So their first Brig, they join the family. The progression up through the range is great to see, and there really is a progression. So you go from a 6 to a 6.7, which I'm sure Adam's going to start talking about the T-top, which is interesting. We've been waiting a long time to see a T-top on a 6.7. Our Eagle 8 is that kind of flagship boat for many years with a T-top. Now the offering of a T-top and a bimini on a 6.7 is fantastic.
It's very exciting.
It really is. But yeah, you've got that progression all the way through, all the way to an Eagle 10. Now that is the flagship of the Eagle range, the leisure range. This is kind of a go anywhere boat. And that's fantastic to see people through their progression, seeing them at Southampton Boat Show, speaking to them throughout the year, and Salcombe's a lovely place. In the summer, it is swarming with all our brands of boats.
It is,
which is great.
Yeah, it is great, and it's like I said, it's brilliant to see people really progressing through, and to start seeing a few of those big Eagle 10s. You know, you've got a double berth on an Eagle 10. It's another step into a whole new world, I guess, with Brig. So it's great to see a few of those happening. And as Matt's just touched upon, really cool to see a T-top on the 6.7. It totally changes the outlook of that boat. So tell me a bit about the T-top.
So T-top, as I explained before, I mean, the Eagle 10, that's where the T-top has originated from for many years, and also with a bimini. So 6.7, that option has been with a bimini or without. So now to integrate that sun cover, that look, I mean, it looks smart with the T-top on top. More grab handles, more space to move around the console with holding on. The market's moved.
Yeah.
So we've got to move with the market,
Yeah.
and I think the timing is right for us to really launch that T-top on that boat.
Yeah, and it does look great, and there is one in stock as well at the Wolf Rock at the moment.
There is a few in stock at the
Okay,
Wolf Rock,
cool.
quietly. I mean, yes, we've got one in display in our showroom, which is underway, our Brig showroom, but also some other models. We still have 6.7s, 6s, 8s in stock. Potentially, if the order's in soon enough, a 10 for this season, for you guys to come along and grab one. But not only that, along with our kind of leading Brig brand, we have Iron, and also Gala, and stepping our foot into the commercial world, which will be kind of announced soon with a brand called Galaxy. It's exciting. We've got a lot going on. We've got a lot to offer. Really no excuse not to come and talk to the Wolf Rock Boat Company about a rib going forward for the future.
Yeah, absolutely. And like you said, you've got Iron, and that is a brand in itself that we could talk about for a really long time. Obviously with the 827, the 767, the 707, the 647, so right down into that 6.5 metre range, up into the kind of 8 and a bit metre range. Tell us a little bit about Iron.
So Iron is similar to a rib in a way. We wanted to still keep that leisurely feel, but still an adventure boat. So stepping inside an Iron, you've got high sides. So high sides, great with the family. You and me have both got little ones. They feel safe inside the boat.
Yeah.
So a lot of movement around, but also with that Iron, we've got a big fender around the outside. Now, that fender is there as a fender. It sits the same kind of height as the pontoon, but also it's air pocketed, so it helps keep the centre of gravity down. So stability on an Iron, you're getting that rib stability.
Yeah.
But again, it's designed by an Occufout hull. So this is a cut through the waves, fast boat. I mean, every time we're out in them, I can't stop smiling.
Yeah.
Incredible. So high-sided boat for the family, but still giving you that leisurely feel with a smile at the same time.
Yeah, they are incredible. I was out on a white 827 with a T-top today, 350 duo prop on the back. It is very difficult not to smile on an Iron. And we get to drive the boats quite a lot. But when I find myself on an 827 with a 350 duo prop, that Occufout hull, coupled with the weighting of that fender, not only is it just unbelievable in a straight line,
Yeah, phenomenal.
you start going around a corner and it also just grips and grips and grips for
It's
days.
like you're on rails, especially with that 350 duo on the 827. Special craft. Yeah, absolutely incredible.
And that's probably the differentiator, I guess, between the Brig product and the Iron product is, Brig is all about comfort. It's about luxury. It gives you that real leisure rib feel. And the Iron brand is much more performance-minded in the hull.
Really
I think
is.
that's fair to say between the two.
Definitely.
And the Navigator range, with the Brig side of things, probably sits somewhere in the middle. And that's a really interesting thing as well. If you're into ribs, but you're looking for something a little bit more sporty, potentially, in feel from a driver's standpoint, come and have a look at a Navigator.
Definitely, it's a much more open boat than the Eagle range. A lot of storage. I mean, it's exciting, really. It's a fishing boat. It's an adventure boat. You can even spec these boats with live wells in the back.
Yeah.
Storage under the seats to put Yetis, ice boxes, your choice. It's a go anywhere boat.
Yeah.
Where the Eagle, again, still a go anywhere boat, more than capable boat, but gives you that leisure luxury feel, where the Navigator's a bit more let's grab our bags, let's go places.
Yeah.
Which will be great to see that take off.
Yeah, this is the year for that new nav, I think.
It really is. It really is. It's a phenomenal boat. It was at Southampton. It will be at Southampton again this year, and our shows throughout the year, and you'll probably see it open days on the water. We want to do a bit on tour with the Navigator, which is exciting, that we potentially will speak about soon. But really, we've got these strong brands to push us to keep the Wolf Rock Boat Company thriving. We've always got something to offer. And just touching the base on Gala. So Gala is new to the Wolf Rock Boat Company. Gala is an aluminium hull. So still a rib brand. We're still using that Hypalon, best rib material on the market, but with an aluminium boat. And where Brig is now from that 6 metre market up currently, Gala can offer that 3 metres from a small tender. I mean, we do an open boat from kind of 2 metres up, but we're filling that small tender market for where we missed out for a few years with Brig.
Yeah.
Definitely are worth coming to see it for this season. Plenty in stock.
There's loads in stock, and you have to come and see the quality of a Gala.
Incredible.
I think you know, and with the smaller boats, what I've been really impressed with is with that the way that hull's designed, it doesn't ride up as much when you're on the water in the smaller ribs. Everything stays quite flat. So, you often find people riding, especially at slow speeds, and the hull of the boat will be like that. With a Gala, it just sits really nicely on the water. They're finished well. There's loads of space. They're really beamy. They're rated unbelievably. If you look at the numbers on the back of a Gala, you can get so many people on a Gala rib. And there's a couple of the bigger boats in stock as well, the kind of 5.5, 6.
Yeah, 5.5, 650 in stock for people to come and view. Again, the stability on these is like the Brig, slightly bigger tubes, nice, decent, kind of deep V hull at the front. And again, that, I keep saying trim tabs, but an extended hull tab, say, to keep the nose of that boat down. Again, when single piloting the boat. Definitely worth a look.
Really solid brand. And talking of aluminium brands, we've also got some of the UMS boats, which are just a straight up aluminium boat. We've got some center console and dual console versions as well. Obviously a couple of smart waves still knocking around, and every time we spend time on a smart wave, Sam's who's behind the camera, has spent a lot of time on a smart wave over the last couple of days, and they are fantastic boats, those smart wave 4200.
They really are. And I mean, for anyone who wants to get on the water, family boat, beach, not worry about knocking them about. They're a rotor-molded plastic boat, cool box as a seat, which is genius. Great way to get on the water.
Yeah, absolutely. So that's the full range of boats. Just to geek out slightly on some of the trends that we're seeing from a technical standpoint, and also with obviously our partnership with Suzuki and the things that we're seeing coming from Suzuki at the moment. One of the things I'm really excited to see is a lot more people speccing their vessels with dual Garmins now. I'm really utilising the technology of the Garmin. Are you seeing that a lot more?
I mean, we are seeing it a lot more. So a lot of our 8-metre boats upwards, as standard stock boats, will fit dual screens. I mean, we can do that on the 6.7 also up, dual screens. I mean, it just gives, people can see two things about them. They can see their GPS display, they can see their engine information, or they could have their charts and they could have their sonar. It's just a lot more intuitive for the customer. But again, these single screens just by themselves, you can do combo options inside them. So there is an option for everyone out there.
I think what's exciting is that the screens have moved so fast over the last 10 years, but ultimately we've caught up to the screens. I think it's, we're so used to using smartphones in our pockets, and when we get on the water, we want to see that data now. We want to be able to utilize the screen.
It definitely is. We've got so many options. I mean, a standard, we fit Fusion music system, we fit VHF, we fit GPS screens. It really is a hydraulic steering. It really is a great looking boat. But I mean, people who want that 6-metre boat or 6.7 metre or even 8-metre boat, even 10-metre boat, who just want to get on the water but don't want to spend a huge amount of money, aren't interested in all those fresh new gadgets. I mean, we build these boats to your specification with electronic wise. So if you just want a GPS and a steering wheel and let's go, absolutely fine. I mean, you can get these boats in the water. If you don't want all that power, it's the customer's choice.
Well, that is a really interesting point. And anybody out there that's looking at this and you're looking at numbers and you're looking at where that boat sits on the website, it's well worth giving the guys a call, because you might be able to go down by 50 horsepower. You might be able to knock away a screen or a set of speakers. And, before you know it, you can start getting what you think is a boat that's out of touch into your price range quite quickly. So there's plenty of options, but going again on the exciting side of it, I've been really excited to see the Kuro, the 250 Kuro coming from Suzuki.
Yes.
What's your thoughts on that engine?
I mean, it's exciting. I think the big number one, it's a stunning looking engine.
It is.
It's kind of got that grey colour, that matte black looking top kind of thing. It looks stunning. And I mean, you put that on any of our range of boats, it's going to be head turners. But I mean, the big thing is that's a 250.
Yeah.
So, I mean, at the moment, that Kuro Suzuki is in a 250. Everyone's going to start seeing it. We've got one on our Navigator demo boats at the moment. I mean, watch this space potentially on the Eagle range. I don't want to say too much.
Boats.
But yeah,
for those that haven't seen it, the Kuro is an uprated 250 horsepower engine from Suzuki, so it revs slightly higher. You've got a slightly sharper end cone that's going to give you a little bit more aerodynamics. It's taking more water into the engine as well. A slightly off-center skeg, which kind of helps fight the cavitation and the want for that boat to move to one side. This is is a performance engine, and it's a real move in the right direction from Suzuki, from my mind.
It definitely is. I mean, already we've had previous iron customs. For example, I had somebody in the other day who had a 707 with a 200 on the back. And I mean, this man only came in to have a T-top, of all things we talk about, to have a T-top fitted to his iron, which we can do. And in our showroom, we had a new 707 with a 250 Suzuki Cura on the back, and he was sold. Can you put that on my boat? Of course we can, sir. And before you know it, his boat left with a T-top and a very nice looking engine on the back. And as I say, we are open to taking in Part X's of Suzuki outboards. So exciting. This engine is going places. The Wolf Rock Boat Company has stock of these engines, which is quite nice to put out there.
From a repower standpoint, from a new boat standpoint.
From a repower, from a new boat standpoint.
And also potentially something else, which Matt's not going to tell us about.
Potentially something else. I will say potentially Eagle Range. Bloody your minds how best you can on there. But watch this space, that's all I'll say.
Watch this space.
Exciting.
Yeah, very exciting.
2025 is great. Also, just to touch base on RYA training. So these guys coming along and buying fresh new boats, whoever you are, current customers who just want that bit of instruction of if they're doing things wrong, or maybe they think they're doing it right, who knows, they can come along, get in contact with us. RYA training. RYA Powerboat Level 2, 2-day course.
And that's EMT Marine, is that correct?
EMT Marine, who are partnered with us.
So you will have seen the guys at Southampton.
Correct, Freddie and Ollie. They were our demo drivers at Southampton Boat Show. They will be on the water this year. Some exciting things you will see from them as well with the Wolf Rock Boat Company for this season. So get in touch. We've also got an offer running currently till the end of April. Boats over £50,000, we're offering RYA course for 3 people.
So to clarify that is a free RYA Powerboat Level 2 for any boat over £50,000 between now and the end of April.
Correct.
That is a really, really cool way to start your boating journey. And, you know, having done Powerboat Level 2 and having also boated before having Powerboat Level 2, it is such a valuable thing to do.
It is, and it gives the customer the reassurance to come along, do the deal, join the family, Brig family, join the Gala, join the Iron family, all of our brands, get on board and actually do the course on your boat. So cool. Not only are you taking ownership of a new vessel, but you're learning how to drive your new vessel. So definitely get in touch with, we've got a great team about us at the Wolf Rock, thriving with knowledge to spill out to you all, and get you on the water to show you what these boats can do.
And as Matt said, it really is a Wolf Rock community and a family that has been going for an awfully long time. You really feel that with Brig. And with the other brands, it's exactly the same thing. It's a wealth of knowledge. It's a group of people that enjoy spending time together, both working at the Wolf Rock, but also from the big customer base of loyal Wolf Rock followers. The phone is going in here, so we're going to have to let Matt get back to doing some work in a minute. But the plan for these chats is probably once a month or so. I'm going to collar Matt, sit him down, and find out how things are.
We'll even try and get some of the other lads at the Wolf Rock behind the camera, and not as much as pulling them away from their desk, but I'm sure they won't mind.
Exactly. Well, thanks very much, mate. It's been great to catch up. Hope you guys have enjoyed that. As always, if you haven't already, please like and subscribe to the Wolf Rock YouTube channel. Get in contact with the team, come down, have a look at the amazing array of boats that are on display at the Wolf Rock. Even if it's raining, there are boats inside that you can come and see. If it's not raining and you're really interested, I'm sure Matt can get you out on the water at some point as well. And we look forward to speaking to you very, very soon. Cheers, guys.
Cheers.